post-truth politics poses a direct threat to quality journalism. With the public sphere and the digital space increasingly saturated by memes, fake news, and conspiracy theories, it is increasingly difficult to tell truth from falsehood, and truthful, objective news often gets lost in the noise. So how can journalists minimize the challenges they face in a post-truth era? Do we need to rethink how journalism functions? Responding to these questions is not an easy task, and we must first look at what we, as news consumers, want from journalism. As you read through newspapers, online articles, or even watch a news-based TikTok, what do you value most? Is it objectivity and accuracy, or engagement and personalization? Is it speed or contextualization? Do you want to comment on what you've read, or do you want to hear journalist opinions on the events described? Posing this question is crucial to understanding what people need from the media ecosystem and identifying the next steps to strengthen the role of journalism in our societies. So, what did we find? Accuracy, objectivity, and contextualization appear to be the top qualities that define trustworthy journalism. Interestingly, the focus on contextualization means that news consumers do not see journalists as distant observers, but place considerable value in journalism that investigates and is engaged. At the same time, trustworthiness is preferred over speed and personalization. People do not simply want quick facts that only relate to their lives. They want to read informative articles that fully explain the context behind certain events. These results are, of course, influenced by political ideologies. Centrist and left-leaning readers are more likely to value journalists' role in investigating and contextualizing news, whereas right-wing consumers prefer strict, objective, and detached reporting. This is because contextualization forces journalists to depart from their roles as impartial observers, putting them in a position that seems controversial to non-mainstream voters, who are often already critical of a perceived lack of transparency and independence in the media. Yet, what is true across the political spectrum is that people value quality journalism over engagement. While online media has given readers the opportunity to respond to articles and comment on news stories, this does not seem to be a key concern. The media is missing the point here. Readers do not want new features or a different journalistic format. They just want news to be more informative and more trustworthy. But who should be responsible for making sure that news articles are trustworthy? Should individual journalists be held accountable? The answer to this question is directly related to our level of trust in journalism and independent media. The more we trust the media, the more likely we are to believe news outlets should be responsible for fact-checking. On the contrary, if we are already critical and suspicious about the media transparency and independence, we will more likely favor fact-checking done by independent organizations. And politics plays a role in this too. Right-leaning readers and non-mainstream populist groups, including the far left, also tend to prefer independent fact-checking as they do not believe we should place too much trust on independent media. Yet, will this factor influence the future of journalism? Not really. Even among those who are the most distrustful of journalism, there is still a 70% probability that they will believe fact-checking should mainly be done by journalists working within traditional news organizations. Therefore, rather than outsourcing fact-checking to external professionals, media houses should work to reinforce their objectivity and transparency and implement rigorous fact-checking processes of their own. The rise of fake news has not diminished the demand for effective journalism. Rather than rethinking formats and creating new features, outlets must uphold their traditional ideals to gain and keep readers' trust and defeat the fragmentation and polarization caused by the post-truth era. Want to know more? This video is based on the key findings of Reinforcing or Rethinking: What do news consumers want from journalism in the post-truth era? A reclaimed publication written by Martin Moland, Jacopo Custodi, and Hans-Jörg-Trenz. Read it online.